session. And today I will be talking about various processes involved in registration, do's and don'ts, who can participate, who cannot participate, what are our expectations when it comes to participation. So all these things I will be talking about. So this video is going to be extremely very critical, and I will request you to share this video as much as possible with all potential drug discovery hackathon participants so that we get right kind of participation in this initiative. It's very, very important that we do things very correctly so that the innovation quotient of this drug discovery hackathon is really very high and we get entries which are really we are proud of. We also want to ensure that our participants learn also a lot. So we will go through some of the processes which are involved in this initiative, and every week I will be doing some kind of sessions. So do subscribe to this channel so that you will get the notification whenever I am going to go live. Anyway, we will be putting out the banner and so on and so forth. But it is also very important for you to follow us so that you are aware about what latest we are trying to do. So as you might be aware that on 2nd of July, we launched this initiative in presence of our Honorable HRD Minister, Sri Nishankji, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishankji, as well as Dr. Harshavardhanji, who is our Science and Technology Minister. And this initiative was conceptualized based on suggestion from Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji. And he felt that we should explore the possibility of using hackathon model or a grand challenge model to promote our youngsters to get into drug discovery. So through this hackathon, we have two objectives. One, to actually explore whether we can use a crowdsourcing methodology or a challenge kind of a mode to identify a good drug against COVID-19 crisis. But more importantly, we would like to use this initiative to establish a platform, an open innovation platform for drug discovery in this country. So in future, whenever there are any pandemics or whether there is any challenge, then we are hands-on ready to face that challenge within quick time or within no time. So we would like to use this initiative to establish all the platforms, all the procedures, so that we are ready for future also. We also want to ensure that in due course of time, drug discovery happens, especially the computational aspect of drug discovery happens substantially in this country. And India eventually emerges as computational drug discovery hub for the global, for the entire globe. So these are some of the aspects on which we are working, and drug discovery hackathon is a vehicle for us to achieve these goals. So as you saw on 2nd of July, we actually announced 29 problem statements. There are 3 tracks. Track 1 has 15 problem statements and track 2 has 14 problem statements. Track 1 is focusing on COVID related, very, very COVID specific problems. Okay. While track 2 focuses on tools, development of algorithms, development of models, which are useful in drug discovery. It's COVID could be one of the model of that for model system to develop these tools, but we want to have these tools ready for future. So track 1 is very COVID specific track, while track 2 is focusing on algorithms and tool development, which will help accelerate drug discovery. So these are first 2 tracks. Track 3 is the Moonshot Track. And when we say Moonshot Track, means what? We are looking for completely out of box ideas for drug discovery. Completely different, not conventional methodologies or not conventional processes. But we would like to have ways, means, or models which are completely novel. And that's the reason we are calling it as a moonshot, a big shot, a long shot. Okay. And track 3 will only deal with moonshot technology. And because of that, we have not given any problem statement. So you can come up with a methodology and submit that approach. Now we have given a format, which we will again announce soon. And you have to submit your ideas only in that format for the track 3 mode. So we are, as the problem statements are out, large number of youngsters, participants might have started looking at those problem statements. And each problem statement has 2 or 3 aspects in it. One, there is a body of the problem statement. If there is a data set, the link will be associated with that data set and guidelines for that specific problem statement. And then there will be a video which talks about the background of that problem statement. Because sometimes it's very difficult to explain a problem statement in short couple of paragraphs. So we said we will have videos explaining the background and expectations from this problem statement. Because if you have to write everything, then it becomes a very bulky document, and then it may be very boring for the participants to go through all those 29 different documents. Okay, so to curtail that process and to get our message very effectively across, we felt that a video per problem statement is required. Whether the videos are really good, they're okay, they're good, they convey what we require. And if you want some improvement on these videos, please let us know also, so that we will go ahead, change those videos or improvise those videos. Okay, so each problem statement will have a guideline related document or a database related document, as well as the video. Apart from that, every problem statement will have its own submission form. Okay, this is very, very important, and you should all remember this. So, because every problem statement is different, the information which we are expecting from every problem statement is also different. So, the submission form is also different. So, there will be 2 types of forms which the participants have to fill. One is the generic form, which is again related to COVID. So, which databases you use, which tools you used, and those kind of things. It's a generic form. And then you will have a very problem statement specific form, which you have to submit. So the format is currently given. Currently, it's in an Excel sheet. Our team is working, our development team is working on it, so that you know that what kind of format eventually we will be asking for. So these forms eventually come as a web forms, and you will have to submit them as web forms, not as Excel sheets. We have currently put those Excel sheets as placeholder to just let the participants know what are our expectations. So this is extremely critical. Okay, so don't confuse, don't send messages right now. We will let you know when the problem. I will be actually doing another session when those problem statement forms will be ready. But as this hackathon is a very time consuming process, we want you to start working on this problem statement. And because of that, we have put out all the formats which we will be asking, or in which we will be seeking information from. Another important thing which is currently not there and will have to happen is the registration form. So for you to submit or to participate in this hackathon, you have to do basic registration on MyGov platform. And currently, that basic registration form for this hackathon is under development, and it will be made available soon. Okay, so don't send us a lot of messages asking when will be the form ready, uh, and how we can do the registration and so on and so forth. So currently, if you go to the website which hosts all these problem statements, that is innovate.mygov.in/ddh 2020 slash. The website or the link is always there on the banner which we had circulated. So if you go to that link, then you will see that currently we have actually stated there that link for registration will be open soon. I think now we have many more people joining this call. I will request all in future to please maintain the timeline, because you will miss a lot of information and then you will end up asking same questions again and again. So as Indians now, we should learn how to actually abide to timelines and time, and we have to be on time. Okay, so please maintain that discipline in future. So this is very, very important. So I have covered tracks, 3 tracks. I have given information. So if any one of you have missed that, once this video will be on YouTube again, you can go and look at that information. Then I have talked about registration. I have talked about problem statements and what are the expectations regarding problem statements. Then who can participate? Okay. So currently we are looking at this hackathon as an international hackathon. So any researcher across the globe can participate in this hackathon because COVID is a worldwide problem. Okay, so there was no point in just confining this hackathon to India. So we want researchers, large number of researchers from across the globe to join us, to participate us, and this initiative from India actually becomes a global initiative to identify drugs against COVID. So that is extremely very critical. So what we have done in this is that we want participants, especially researchers, postdocs, professionals from across the country to participate. But when it comes to students, we are only allowing Indian students or in India as well as abroad who are having Indian passport. Okay. The reason for allowing only Indian students is because it will be very difficult for us to manage entries if we allow all students to participate across the globe. So because then we will get too many entries and it will be very, very difficult for us to actually scrutinize those entries, evaluate those entries, and come to something very meaningful. So when it comes to students, we are only allowing Indian passport holders. Okay. So students in India who are studying, Indians in India, as well as Indians abroad. Okay. So we are allowing them. But one important thing which I really want to emphasize here is collaboration. We want participants. They may be professionals, they may be faculty, they may be researchers, they may be students. We want them to collaborate. We don't want individual people submitting or competing for this. We are highly discouraging it. So what we want is professionals, students, faculty across various fields should collaborate. Means what? A pharmacist can collaborate with a computer science person, or a chemist may collaborate with pharmacist person or biologist, so that you will able to attack the problem statement in a far more systematic manner and in a far more novel manner. Okay, so you can actually get rid of the traditional approaches and think of coming up with novel ideas, novel models, novel methodologies to actually crack these problem statements. So we want people to collaborate, and we want people to collaborate aggressively. And as we want people to collaborate, in the registration form, we will be asking a lot of details regarding the collaboration. So which institute you belong, whether you're a faculty, whether you're a researcher, or if you're from industry. And ideally, we want industry academia collaboration. Okay, so somebody can be from pharmaceutical industry, somebody can be from software industry, or someone can be a faculty in engineering college, someone can be a faculty in pharmacy college, someone can be a HOD of a chemistry department, someone can be a PhD student, someone can be a BTech student or a BPharm student, you know. So we want good collaboration. We want good teams to come together and crack this problem. Regarding team sizes, we are allowing 6 members plus 2 mentors. So it is 8. Okay, very, very important for you. So we are not allowing anything more than 8 right now. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for us. So your team has to be 6 members, out of which one has to be a team leader. Okay, because all the communication will go to team leader. So that is very, very important for us, because otherwise it will be very difficult for us to communicate with everyone. So we will be communicating with team leader. So one leader, 5 members, so it becomes 6 participants, and 2 mentors. Mentors can be anyone. They can be from academia, they can be from industry, they can be researchers, they can be professionals. We don't have any problem. So you should actually come together, form your own teams. Okay, so that is very, very important when it comes to how to collaborate, or whom with whom you should collaborate, and how you can register and participate. Then every team has to give a name, a team name, because we will be looking at you as a team. So you have to give some really cool name to your team, so that and then we know under that, in that team, who are the members, who are the mentors. Okay, and all 8 of you can collaborate, work together in your institute. Okay, I am creating that solution in the format for any given problem statement, and eventually submit that solution. So this is extremely critical. Okay, then another very important aspect which people will talk about is IP, intellectual property. Who holds the IP? Okay, so we have put out a very clear cut IP guidelines on our website. So you should go and check those IP guidelines. Okay, so the IP will be a collective IP. Okay, because it will be multiple phase kind of a hackathon. We are just in phase 1. So then the good products from phase 1 will go to phase 2. There they will further get refined. Then good products from phase 2 will go to phase 3. Okay, so the products will evolve over a period of time, and multiple different people will work on these products as they evolve. Okay, so it's very, very important that IP belongs to a collective IP, and this team, the organizational team of DDH 2020, which is AICT and CSIR MHRD, will be the custodians of this IP. And if something really good comes out of it, they will go ahead and grant that IP to companies for production in a royalty free way. So neither CSIR nor AICT will make money from the products which are coming out from this hackathon. Please understand, because we want to ensure that any product which comes out of this hackathon is available at minimal cost to our society. And if we have to make them available, these drugs or these medications available at minimal cost to our society or to the humanity, then none of us should take any royalty. So it is going to be a very, very generous approach. We are investing heavily in this initiative, but still we will not be taking any royalty. So all the rights belongs to us. So you can owe a patent, but if you submit something here, we will have the exclusive rights for commercialization. Okay, so the IP document has been formulated. Please go and check the IP document before to answer all your questions. It's a very, very comprehensive document which we have prepared. So that is extremely critical. Okay, then uh, another very important thing which all the people who are participating in this hackathon should remember is that before submitting entries, huh, do literature search, prior art search very, very thoroughly. We don't want you to copy paste ideas. We don't want you to submit some same findings which others have submitted somewhere outside and have already published. Okay, this is really bad. We want you to do some good thorough work at your level. Okay, so that this is extremely critical. Don't take credit for anyone else's work, because if we will find these ideas that you have just copy pasted these ideas, we will debar you. Okay, we will debar you. So you have to be very, very careful before submitting your ideas or your submissions, that they have not been reported earlier by any other group across the globe. So this is extremely critical, friends. Okay, so do a good thorough literature search to ensure that what you have submitted is extremely novel. Hmm? So this is the important aspect which you all should remember. Okay, we need to come up with our own ideas. We should not copy paste ideas, or we should not try stealing others' ideas. Okay, so this is extremely important. And if we found that people are just copy pasting ideas, those teams will be debarred, because each team can participate in all three phases. So what we are going to do here is that in first phase we will get some good entries, and say for example, if we get 100 entries out of if we get say 1,000 entries or 10,000 entries, out of which say 100 or 200 entries are good. Okay, then we will select those entries in phase after at the end of phase one, and we'll open those entries for further improvisation in phase two. Okay, and all the teams who have submitted entries or who have participated in phase one are eligible to participate in phase two. So even if your entry in phase one is not selected, you can work on improvising other entries in phase 2. Okay, so it's very, very important. And this is going to be an enormous learning process for all of us. Okay, because we will be working for next 8 to 10 months or maybe a month more. Okay, on this initiative. So it's going to be a huge learning process. And we should not let this learning process slip out of our hands. So I will request you all to actually participate and submit ideas which are really good and novel. Okay, so that this is very, very important. And as I was talking about learning and training and so on and so forth, we are going to start some real good training soon, maybe even this week. So currently my entire team is working under the guidance of Professor Narhari Shastri, who is director for NISET, Zoharat. He is one of the best known drug discovery expert in this country. And he has, under with his team and some experts who have contributed to the problem statement, are working on various training modules. And we will have 3 training modules. Okay, this is again very important. We will have 3 training modules. The first track 1 module, okay, track 1 modules or track 1 is for training researchers, experts in area of AI, ML, computer science on basics of drug discovery. Okay, because we expect a large number of computer science guys, technologists, engineers to participate in this initiative. We would like to train these experts in the basics of drug discovery. Okay, so track 1 in the training module will focus on training professionals who are from computer science background, machine learning background, artificial intelligence background. Okay, so that is going to be track 1. Similarly, we will also have participation from pharmacists, from chemists, from biologists. So we will be training these domain participants on fundamentals of AI, ML, deep learning, graph theory, Python, so that they also become interdisciplinary. Okay, this is very, very important. So track 1 will focus on engineers, computer science guys, while track 2 will focus on domain guys, which are pharmacists, chemists, biologists. Okay, and there is going to be another track of training, that is track 3, which will have trainings of all the tools, open source tools which are there, and packages or databases which are extremely relevant to this drug discovery hackathon. Okay, so there is an enormous opportunity to get to train yourself, make yourself interdisciplinary. So these trainings will be announced very soon, and it will be anywhere between 35 hours to 50 hours of training. So it's going to be a very serious coursework kind of a training. We are exploring with UGC and other officials whether we can give credits to it. There is no decision taken on it yet, but we hope that we will able to do it. Okay, so these are going to be very serious trainings, and the trainings are going to be very useful to you as you proceed through this hackathon in phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So once you get trained now, you will able to work and evolve and learn as we move along the 3 phases. Okay, so you will really become quite good experts, hands-on people, and not just theoreticals, what we can say, people who are just doing some basics. So you will evolve as good technocrats as you move along this hackathon or various phases of this hackathon. So this is very critical. So please check this space as well as my Twitter handle. because we will be making all these announcements. So to know more about this, you should follow 2 or 3 handles very, very importantly. On Twitter, you should follow my handle, which is Abhay Jere, ABHAYJERE. Then you should follow MHRD Innovation Cell handle, because we will be making a lot of announcements, because we are the coordinating agency. I am the convener for this drug discovery hackathon. So this is very important. Okay, then you should follow our this YouTube channel as well as MHRD Innovation Cells YouTube channel, because a lot of trainings will be done through these channels, and we will make these announcements every now and then, very frequently, 3 days, 5 days, every week we will be posting, we will be updating you about uh, what is happening, where we are moving forward, what we wish to achieve. And large number of experts from across the country are going to join us in these trainings. So these trainings, as I said, it will have 3 tracks: track 1, track 2, and track 3, will be separate from the trainings which Schrodinger or Chemexon or CDAC is going to give. Because they will teach you, train you on how to use their tools, what are the fundamentals behind using those tools, what are the things you should know. So apart from these 3 tracks, you will have good access and training on all these world-class tools which are currently used in area of drug discovery. See what you are gaining. Please understand the things you are gaining from this initiative. And I will request as many people as possible to join these trainings and participate in this hackathon, because next month and a month or a month and a half will be very, very exhaustive when it comes to trainings. Okay, and you will able to learn a lot of new things which you never learned during your course or duration of your course. So it's going to be an extremely enriching experience. Okay, so I think I have covered majority of the points. I started with registration, then I talked about who can participate, then I elaborately spoke about problem statements, requirements of the problem statements, then I covered tracks, 3 tracks, then I talked about collaborations, then I talked very exhaustively about the IP policy, then how we are going to move forward. So what are the how this hackathon will proceed forward. And finally, I have also covered training aspect, which we are going to start soon. And when I say soon, it may happen even this week. So just wait for our announcements, because internally we are very, very creating all the modules and documents and so on and so forth, and getting through the approval processes. So just watch this piece. So I will stop here. There has been a huge monologue from my side. And if you have any questions, I will certainly take them and I will try answering those questions. So over to you all. You can type the questions in chat box and I will try my best to answer them. So Giriraj says clarified many doubts. Thank you, Giriraj. No. So very good question is from Dr. Hemant. Whether the training will be given to all participants or selected participants? No, training will be given to all participants. Training is important component for us. Then another question is, sir, can you help us form teams? No, we will not help you form teams. It will be very difficult for us at a central level to help you form teams. So we will not help you form teams. You have to form your own teams. Can we get training, sir, without being selected in hackathon? No, you have to register. Selection is step 2. Don't worry about selection. You register and you get yourself trained. And after training, you submit your idea for this problem statements or any of the problem statements. Another good question from Kavita is that can faculty participate in these trainings? Yes, faculties can participate in hackathon, faculty can participate in trainings. You will get certificates for these trainings, and those certificates will be signed at the highest level. And we are exploring, as I said, I'm not committing, we are exploring whether even you can get some academic credits for these trainings. So we are also working on that. Is uh, there is another good question from Satish ji. Is repurposing of drug being considered in this hackathon? Yes, it's a very good question. We are considering repurposing of drug in this hackathon. And if you really look at problem statement, there are many problem statements which talk about repurposing of drugs. Okay. So trainings will be held at nodal centers. This question is from Sundar, Dr. Sundar. No, all these will be online trainings. So we will be doing all these trainings will be online, and even the assessment will be also done online. Okay, so these are all online training. How startup incubators in academic institutes can support this? Startup incubators can support this by joining this initiative as participants. So that's the way they can. If you have good ideas or if you have good startups incubated within your incubator which are working, encourage them to participate. How we can register for the training session? Again, a very good question. And we will share the link for the training session soon. Okay. All the information will come to you regarding training sessions, which sessions, how many hours of trainings, who is going to conduct those trainings, how to register. We will share all those details soon. So please watch this page. So that's the reason you should follow us, you should subscribe to us, and we will share with you all the details. Whether the licenses tools can be downloaded. This is another very good question from Vasant Kumar, Dr. Vasant Kumar. Yes, Schrodinger is going to make their tools available to all the participants. Okay, for the phase 1. We are still talking to them for phase 2 and phase 3, but for phase 1, they have already committed to each and every participant who is going to join this hackathon. Okay, Chemexon is also going to give. BioVia has come forward to give their tools. Amber is now coming. They have also committed that they are going to give those tools. So all these tools will be made available for you to try out, to work and submit, to work on your entries and submit your entries. So it's going to be an extremely, what we can say, a unique opportunity for all of you to excel in this field, because best of the tools will be made available for you. Okay. How about access to supercomputing facility? And I missed that point. And thanks, Dr. K. N. Naresh, to actually bringing up this point. So, so we have CDAC joining us, as you are all aware. And CDAC has created a virtual tool room for our initiative. And why they have created a virtual tool room? So that as large number of tools require HPC kind of an environment, high performance computing kind of an environment, they have hosted these tools in that virtual tool room, supported by HPC kind of an environment. So CDAC will be doing its trainings, on how to use these tools in HPC environment. Okay, so this is again a very, very important training which will be there, and CDAC has done phenomenal job. The interface is going to be more of a command line kind of an interface, so don't because it's an HPC environment where you have to access things, and we will share the details soon in this regard. Okay, we have more than now about 460 people currently watching. Large number of people have joined late. I once again request all people to please follow the time. Okay, we are in spite of very busy schedule, we are working on it. We are trying to talk to you. We are giving all the information. We will request you to also follow the time. Okay. Then a next experiment, next very good comment is from Hari Vishal. I'm getting a lot of questions, but they are moving fast, so I will not. I'm not able to actually answer all of them, but I'm picking some of them. So, can you actually do wet lab experiments on some of these molecules? So, currently, no, but eventually, yes. So currently, this hackathon is a computational process. It's a computational drug discovery. And it will go through 3 phases of evolution. Currently it will be screening, then further validation, further improvisation. If we require, we will have even a phase 4 also. But that's not decided yet. Once we go through these 3 phases, and once we have some molecules with good confidence level, then CSIR, that is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, is going to take these molecules forward in wet lab. So again, there will be a competition to design assays, to design synthesis process for synthesizing these chemicals or these molecules, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have a clear roadmap with us on how we are going to proceed forward. Currently is the computational part, and once we get some good molecules with good confidence level, the CSIR systems along with their labs will take it forward. And in that also, large number of startups and other companies will able to participate, because it is going to be open innovation at the end of the day. Okay, so that is very, very important. So how many participants in each team? Malik ji, I have answered all these questions. You should have joined on time. Okay, so once this video is on, you should go ahead and recheck this video. Then another question. There was one very interesting question which was there, which I missed out. Any limit? Can we work on the problems related to drugs? Any specific faculty registrations are given a chance? Sir, I have one question. When the team will be formed, will they have to already register? Yes, once your team is formed, then you register. You register as a team. Okay? You don't register individually, you register as team. How about the publications of results? Yes, you are free to publish your results. We don't have problems. You publishing it. We don't have problems. You converting your work as your projects or your assignments, your cases. We don't have problems with that. You can go ahead and do that. Okay. When it comes to IP commercialization, the rights belongs to us, and we have clearly stated that in that IP document. So you should read that IP document. So you have asked, somebody has asked, Sri Lakshmi has asked, only COVID-19 or any work can be done, or any other work can also work. So I have already stated this very, very clearly. Track 2 is COVID independent. So if you're attacking any problem statement which is given in track 2, the data can come from anywhere. Okay, because we are looking at models, we are looking at tools which are of interest to us. Okay, so this is very, very important. Whether the training sessions will be free? Yes, the training sessions are going to be free for all. Okay, this is extremely important. You will not get such kind of real world-class training anywhere for free. So we want to request all of you to take maximum benefits of these trainings which we are providing. Somebody is asking, Gejal Lakshmi is asking whether PhD students scholars can join. Yes, I said everyone, professionals, faculty, students, PhD scholars, postdocs, someone from industry, everyone. We don't have problems. Ideas can come from anywhere. Okay. So Dr. Goel will ask, Prem Goel, will we have access to high-end characterization techniques in national labs such as DAE? What you require, we will make you available at CDAC. We are trying our best. We will have HPC facility in CDAC. Okay. Then somebody asked about Schrodinger, Chemexon trainings. Yes, I have already spoken about it. Those trainings will be separate from the trainings which we will be giving. Okay. So I think I will stop here. There are a lot of questions which are repetitive questions. I have already answered majority of those questions. So I will request late comers, late joiners to see the video once it is uploaded so that all your questions will be added, will be answered. Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining. I hope that this session was useful to you. And if you really liked this session, if you really liked this information, as I am appealing from time to time, please share this video with all the potential participants of Drug Discovery Hackathon across the country. Also, do watch my other talks which are there on this YouTube channel. So please subscribe to us and please follow us on Twitter and other social media platforms. My Twitter handle is Abhay Chere. You should also follow our minister, Honorable HRD Minister, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyalji, because he will be also making some announcements. So this is very, very important. And finally, before I conclude, I really wish to thank our organizing partners or organizing committee members. Dr. K. Vijayaraghavan, who is the chairman of this organizing committee, he is constantly in touch with our Prime Minister's office and taking directions, giving him the updates on how we are progressing in the hackathon. PMO is very keen on ensuring the success of this hackathon. And because of Dr. Vijayaraghavan's effort, now we have other big agencies also on board. We have All India Council for Technical Education, who is contributing in every possible way to this initiative. Then we have Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, which is also effectively working with us and contributing in every possible way. For example, now training. Dr. Narahari Shastri is from CSR and he is in charge and he is actually leading from the front for this training. So I would like to really take this opportunity to thank Professor Anil Sahasrabuddhe, who is chairman for All India Council for Technical Education, Dr. Punia, MP Punia, who is vice chairman for All India Council for Technical Education, then Dr. Professor Rajiv Kumar, who is member secretary for All India Council for Technical Education, Dr. Shekhar Mande, who is director general for Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, and his entire team at CSIR, who is helping us. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank all my partners who are contributing in this, like Pharmacy Council of India, Professor B. Suresh, who has joined us and contributing quite aggressively in every possible way to this initiative. CDAC, Dr. Darbari, Dr. Supu, who are contributing to this initiative, as well as private players like Schrodinger, Chemexon, BioVia is now coming on board, Amber is coming on board, and these kind of people. So thank you very much. If I have missed out some of the names, it is just by mistake. And I really would like to give credit to my entire team who has helped us, like Kunal Roy, Amit Prasad, Rajiv Gangal, then Srinivas, Priyanka, and many more. It will be a very long list for us to take names. Giri, Yeah, it's very important. Giri Pillai, Girinath, and they contributed substantially for this, for making this hackathon successful, or making this concept successful and taking it to you. I am just the convener, and I will be interacting with you all, and representing the efforts which have done by these experts in front of you. So thank you very much. Really appreciate talking to you, and thanks for the great questions which you have thrown at me. Thank you.